Thank you for listening to Milk and Lettuce, the podcast named for my rather gross backstory. I am your host, Isaac. I hope you're having a fantastic one so far. Whether you're trying to relax, get some work done, or simply on your commute, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to someone who never learns when to shut up. If you are driving, please remember to follow traffic laws. Your safety and the safety of others matters more than listening to a podcast, or even music, news, what have you. You may hear a short ad read following this intro. Perhaps not. I don't control that. Either way, let's get into it. Please stand by as we proceed with a short ad read from the sponsor, Anchor.fm. If you would like to start your own podcast like Milk and Lettuce, and you don't really have any money, because maybe you just got a new phone or a new computer, you can just use that. It's free. Just download the app or go to the website, and there's a bunch of tools that are right there for you. So yeah, if you would also like to get started with your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to your Milk and Lettuce podcast episode of the day. Or hour. I don't know how many you're listening to. I appreciate you though. Did you know Discord made a movie? I guess they made a movie. I have not good feelings about that, honestly. That's very random, I know. Since I'm making controversial episodes for literally zero reason, here's my third in a series of highly controversial episodes. And quite honestly, this one should not be controversial, in my humble opinion. This is going to be a short little take here. I did take my meds. It's just something happened yesterday. Scratch that. 2 days ago now. 2 days ago, where my ex, and I've kind of touched about him a couple times, not really in a lot of detail. He is a lot. I'm just gonna say that. But someone actually asked me why I still talk to him even, and it's like, because he's the father to my older two children, so like, yeah, I still talk to him. And half the shit, I don't know why it's being brought up. But so he tried to say that homosexuality is a neurodivergency. Just inherently, it's a neurodivergency. It's automatically, because being gay means that there's something wrong with how your brain is wired. Something wrong. Yeah. I'm like, no. Being gay is not a mental health disorder. And he's like, well, it used to be. And I'm like, yeah, well, so did fucking hysteria. How many women do you fucking know that come home from the doctor's office with a goddamn vibrator? None. Fucking none. We do not view hysteria as a mental disorder. We do not view homosexuality as a mental disorder. And of course, I'm busting out laughing because I think this shit's hilarious. Like, I'm like, dude, like,
Hysteria is not a mental disorder anymore, and it used to fucking be. What is your point, bro? And he's like, see, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. You're getting all upset and angry and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm fucking laughing. Are you serious? This is hilarious. You're literally sitting here trying to argue that being gay is a mental disorder. And I'm trying to argue it is equally a mental disorder as hysteria. So I guess bitches better go to the doctor and come home with a fucking vibrator. You know your body. You are a queen. Live it. Sorry. It's just... I'm sorry. It's not a mental disorder. And honestly, if you think that homosexuality is a mental disorder, you are listening to the wrong podcast, my dude. Why are you here? How are you here? Where did you come from? Like... like, it makes me question, like... what about bisexuality or pansexuality? Are those also mental disorders? And I had to break it down to the point that I'm like, homosexuality is just as much as a mental disorder as heterosexuality. There is nothing inherently fucking wrong with your brain because of who you are attracted to. And anyone who tells you otherwise, kick them in the balls and shove a vibrator up their fucking ass. God damn. Why? Why do people actually think this? Like... don't quote me on this. I might be very wrong, but I believe it was 1973 that it was removed from the DSM-5. Or was it still 4 back then? I don't know. It was removed from the DSM, like I said, I think in 1973. You know what? It's not out of character for me to look shit up and verify. Give me my charger. What the fuck, table? What did I do to you? Is it because I tried to clean you and the top peeled off? And oh my god, it's peeling off so bad. It's sad. Very sad. I've had this table. It's got a lamp built into it. I've had this table for like... 4 years? 5 years? I got it in 2015. So I've had it for 6 years. Cool. It's a 6-year-old table. How long do you think the top's gonna last? Like, how long is that finish gonna last? It's a cheap ass table with the lamp built in. It was like $30. What do you expect? I got it at Walmart. It's mossy oak. Don't question it. It matches my TV, okay? It's camo. I went through a camo phase. How many didn't? Come on, be real. I think everyone did. Sorry. I have a boss bucket thing. Or bucket boss. That's what's called, bucket boss. And I got the matching tool bag. They're both camo. I have a different bag. It sits in my closet and doesn't do anything. Because I have to wash it every fucking other week. Because it sits in the closet and it doesn't do anything, so my cat pisses on it. He is an asshole. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, I remember. Homosexuality removed DSM. Let's look. 1973. Oh, damn, I'm fucking good. Let's see what specifically it says. Out of DSM, depathologizing homosexuality. Abstract. In 1973, the American Psyche. That's not how you say that word. The American Psychiatric Association removed the diagnosis of homosexuality from the second edition. Second edition! I'm way off. DSM-2. I got the year right. That's what's important. I thought we were still on like 4 or 5 at that point. When the fuck did the DSM-5 come out? Motherfucker. This resulted in what? This resulted after comparing competing theories. Those that pathologized homosexuality, those that viewed it as normal. It's normal to be gay. It's normal to be straight. It's normal to be anything. You know what's not normal? What's not normal is being asexual, and I will fucking own that shit, motherfucker. Come at me. If you don't know already, I am ace. So, yeah, I know it's not normal. I don't give 2 shits. Or rather, I don't give 2 dicks. I don't give 1 dick. I don't give any. Period. I don't know what the, like... I don't give no pussy? Would that be accurate? That sounds weird. I don't like that. I don't give no dicks, though. I think I'll just stick to fucks and shits. Thank you. That is not the right... I apologize. I am so very fucking sorry. That is not the context to say those words, and I am very fucking sorry. Oh, yep. I love it. My connection was like, yeah, you're too much. Fuck off. Red. We're green again, so it's okay. We are. Green means go. Good to go. I don't know what's wrong with me. Please don't ask. Oh, I got excited. I thought my vape magnet stuck to my microphone. It sticks to the grating kind of, but then it weighs down and falls off. Anyway, let's continue reading, shall we? Very educational, my podcast. Not really. It's really not. I try. I honestly do. I try. I'm just one fucking nobody in northern Minnesota. Do you think I'm smart? I'm not smart. Why would you think that? Please go get help if you think I am smart. I'm sorry. I love you. You're perfect the way you are. I'm gonna hit my vape and shut up for a second. Okie dokie. Exhale. That's important too. Just like breathing. You should always exhale. I have no idea where I am on this. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Totally normal. Duh. It's not a mental health disorder, and it's not a neurodivergency. Fuck. Like, yeah, you can be straight and neurodivergent. You can be gay and neurodivergent. You can be anything in between and be neurodivergent, or you can be ace and neurodivergent. Hi, what's up? Hello. But like, that's my point, you know, like, it doesn't matter what your sexuality is. Like, you can still be depressed. You can still be autistic. Still have ADHD. You could still be schizophrenic. Like, your sexuality is literally not something that makes you inherently neurodiverse. Okay? Okay. Cool. In an effort to explain how that decision came to be, this paper reviews some historical scientific theories and arguments that first led to the placement of homosexuality in DSM-1 and 2, as well as alternative theories that eventually led to its removal from DSM-3 and subsequent editions of the manual. This paper concludes with a discussion of the sociocultural aftermath of that 1973 decision. All right. Great. I'm hitting my vape again. keywords, American I keep saying Psychiatric Association, otherwise known as the APA, Diagnosis, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, otherwise known as DSM, Gender Beliefs, Gender Binaries, Homosexuality, and Psychiatry. Cool. I'm not going to read this whole paper, by the way. Like I said, that was just the introduction. No, sorry. That was the abstract. Oh, no. The introduction is literally the exact same thing. Only with some, like, footnotes mixed in. Or what are those called? They're not footnotes. I know that. They're not footnotes. They're not citations. Are they? I don't know. The numbers, like, if you go on Wikipedia, you'll see them there. I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm on ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. So, you know. I think it's National Institute of Health or something. I don't know. The top says MDPI Behavioral Sciences. I don't know when this paper itself was written. Theories of Pathology. I will read this. This is 2.1. These theories regard adult homosexuality as a disease, a condition deviating from, quote, normal heterosexual development. The presence of atypical gender behavior or feelings are symptoms of the disease or disorder to which mental health professionals need to attend. This is garbage. Can we all agree that's a garbage sentiment? If you don't agree, you are in the wrong podcast. Why are you still here? Go away. Like, anything I'm gonna say or have said or will ever say is going to be disagreeable to you, and you should not be here. Unless, of course, you are open to learning and understanding, in which case, hello, welcome. Hi. Thank you for having an open mind. I appreciate you so much. I think most people need to be open-minded. Oh god, I just kind of read ahead a little bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. These theories hold that some internal defect or external pathogenic agent causes homosexuality, and that such events can occur pre- or postnatally, i.e., intrauterine hormonal exposure, excessive mothering, inadequate or hostile fathering, sexual abuse, etc. The fuck? Like, oh yeah, just blame the mother for their child being hetero or homosexual. See, like, I understand conservatives' viewpoints on that, like why they would think excessive mothering could lead to homosexuality, but that argument is only really valid in men. Like, oh, he was around girls his whole life, that's why he thinks he's a girl. Like, no. And trust me, I've heard that argument, and it's like, no. Like, how many guys do you know that they're like the only male child out of like 3 or more children? They're still straight. Like, that's not an argument that, like, female exposure basically is what that argument is that female exposure equals gender or sexuality deviance. Like, sorry. It's ridiculous. Theories of pathology tend to view homosexuality as a sign of a defect or as morally bad. With some of those theorists being quite open about their belief that homosexuality is a social evil. Better watch out for them gays. They'll match your tie to your suit better than you can. Evil. Oh yeah, a TikTok meme that was going around. Better watch out for them lesbians. They'll change your tire when you're on the side of the road. Motherfucker. Sorry. I am a terrible person. Okay, but like, I don't care what your sexuality is. Learning how to change a tire is a very important life skill so you don't end up in that situation. Like, get on the ground, bitch. Let's learn. Do I need to make a YouTube tutorial on how to change a tire? Bet your ass I will. If I am asked to make a tutorial on how to change a tire, I will film it myself on Bertha because I still have to do my CV joints. It's August, but like it was almost 90 degrees yesterday. Do you think I'm gonna be sitting out there in damn near 90 degree weather? Fuck no. Fahrenheit. Obviously I said I'm from Minnesota. Fahrenheit. If it was 90 degrees Celsius, I would not be sitting here. None of us would be. We would all be dead. Yay, death. Oh no. For example, psychiatrist and psychoanalysis Edward Bergler, what a fucking name, infamously wrote in a book for general audiences. Why was this for general audiences? I have no bias against homosexuals. For me, they are sick people requiring medical help. Still, though I have no bias, I would say homosexuals are essentially disagreeable people, regardless of their pleasant or unpleasant outward manner. Their shell is a mixture of superciliousness. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry. Fake aggression and whimpering. Like all psychic masochists, they are subservient when confronted with a stronger person, merciless when in power, unscrupulous about trampling on a weaker person. Like, sounds like a whole lot of motherfucking bias, if you ask me. God damn. What the fuck? Yeah, 2.2 is theories of immaturity or normal variation. These theories treat homosexuality as a phenomenon that occurs naturally. Such theories typically regard homosexual individuals as born different, but it is a natural difference affecting a minority of people, like left-handedness. I said that all sorts of fucked up, but yes, it's normal. Like being left or right-handed. More people are right-handed. Right-handedness is the dominant. Just like heterosexuality is the dominant. Being left or right-handed does not make you more or less a person than being gay or straight. Fuck. Like, what? The contemporary cultural belief that people are born gay is a normal variation theory. As these theories equate the normal with the natural, they define homosexuality as good or at baseline neutral. And it's like, I don't care if you think homosexuality is good. but like you shouldn't view it as bad. Like neutral is okay. Neutral is that you don't see it as good or bad, it's just whatever. That's okay. That's normal too. And yes, it just stuttered a lot. Like in my last episode, I said, or did I say it in this one? Oh no, things are just blending together. Oh yeah, I did say this one actually, because this is the one I'm talking about, homosexuality. You can be gay or straight and be neurodivergent. You can be gay or straight and be neurotypical. You can be left or right-handed and be neurotypical. You can be left or right-handed and be neurodiverse. These things are not factors to your mental disorders or lack thereof. Like, and if anyone thinks that like it's not normal, like, again, why are you still here? The fuck? Gender beliefs. It is rare to find a theory of homosexuality that does not draw upon gender beliefs that contain implicit cultural ideas about the, quote, essential qualities of men and women. The whole real men and real women bullshit. Early theorists of homosexuality. Ooh, okay. Richard von Krafft-Ebing, a German psychiatrist, offered an early theory of pathology describing homosexuality as a degenerative disorder, adopting Kurt Benny's terminology, but not his normalizing beliefs. Krafft-Ebing's 1886 Psychopathia Sexualis viewed unconventional sexual behaviors through a lens of 19th century Darwinian theory. Non-procreative sexual behaviors, masturbation included, were regarded as forms of psychopathology. In an ironic twist of the modern born gay theory, Krafft-Ebing believed that although one might be born with a homosexual predisposition, such inclination should be considered a congenital disease. Oh yeah. In contrast, Magnus Hirschfeld, also a German psychiatrist, offered a normative view of homosexuality. Hirschfeld, an openly homosexual physician and sex researcher, was a leader of the German homophile movement of his time, as well as the standard bearer of Ulrich's 19th century third sex theories. Sigmund Freud was fucking ridiculous. Put forward an alternative theory that would also find its way into the popular imagination, as he believed everyone is born with bisexual tendencies. Expressions of homosexuality could be a normal phase of heterosexual development. This belief in innate bisexuality did not allow for the possible existence of Hirschfeld's third sex. Quote, psychoanalytic research is most decidedly opposed to any attempt at separating off homosexuals from the rest of mankind as a group of special character. Further, Freud argued that homosexuality could not be a degenerative condition, as Krafft-Ebing maintained, because, among other reasons, it was found in people whose efficiency is unimpaired, and who are indeed distinguished by specifically high intellectual development and ethical culture. Instead, Freud saw expressions of adult homosexual behavior as caused by arrested psychosexual development, a theory of immaturity. Toward the end of his life, Freud wrote, homosexuality is assuredly no advantage. but it is nothing to be ashamed of. No vice, no degradation. It cannot be classified as an illness. We consider it to be a variation of the sexual function produced by a certain arrest of sexual development. This belief made him pessimistic about other efforts to change homosexual orientation into a heterosexual one. Quote, in general, to undertake to convert a fully developed homosexual into a heterosexual does not offer much more prospect of success than the reverse, except that for good practical reasons, the latter is never attempted. Interesting. That's actually a very valid point. As much as Freud was a crackpot in his own right, like that man. Maybe I should just do a Sigmund Freud episode. Like, what the fuck? This man was under the belief that fucking hysteria existed. No. Just no. I am gonna call it on that, though. But, yeah, like, I could go on and on. I barely made a dent in that whole article. Like I said, I wasn't gonna read it all. But why don't people try straight conversion therapy? People are so fucking gung-ho on gay conversion therapy. Like, you gotta turn gay people straight because they're not normal. God damn. So, like, why don't we try the opposite? This man died in, like, 1936 or 1939, but it's almost 100 years later, and we still don't do straight conversion therapy. Why not? People are so adamant that it works. You can convert gays to being straight, so why not the opposite? Why is the opposite not true? Petition for straight conversion therapy. Then maybe they'll see how fucking ridiculous it is, hey? I should bring that up to my ex. He is of the mindset that, like, this shit is a mental disorder. And it's not. He keeps trying to argue with me that people who are trans should basically be converted to believing they're not. It's like, no, I do believe that people who have gender dysphoria should get treatment if it will help them. At the same time, treatment is more than just therapy. HRT is a treatment. And yeah, I'm not gonna say that everyone who says that they are trans should get hormonal replacement. But trying to force trans people to be cisgender is the exact same as converting gay people to being straight. You cannot force somebody to identify in a way that they cannot. And trying to do so can lead to severe trauma, depression, and possible suicide. I feel like I'm talking to my child because he tried to say this shit to me and I'm like, no. Why would you think that that's okay? Oh yes, and my ex did get mad at me for explaining to my son, who was 8 and therefore old enough to understand what I'm telling him, because he has these terrible ideas that you can force trans people to be cis, you can force gay people to be straight. I don't know where the fuck he came up with these ideas, my ex swears it's not him, but it's like, I doubt that. But okay. You know, like, he tried to say the shit, and I told him, I'm like, bud, no. Like, I think I said it in an episode already. He tried to say that he had this friend, Sam, who decided, like, I'm talking about like an 8-year-old. So like, you don't know who this 8-year-old is, obviously, but he tried to say like, yeah, like Samantha at school said that she wanted to be Samuel and be a boy, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you can support Samuel by referring to him as a boy and just be supportive of him. If he wants to be a boy, you call him a boy. But if you try to tell Samuel, like, that's not your name, you're not a boy, that can cause a lot of issues. A lot. And those issues will be lifelong without appropriate treatment, unless it's too late. Sometimes things like that take a toll on the person way too much. And he didn't ask what that meant, which is kind of weird considering, like, I don't know if he just like knew what I meant. I don't think he did though. But this is the same child that for some reason, oh my god, okay, so one Halloween was the Halloween of 2016. My second child was still in diapers. She wasn't even a year old yet. And my son was 4. We went trick-or-treating. My dad died 2 days before Halloween. I missed a bunch of phone calls from my grandmother and from my brother, and I'm like, okay, I don't know why everyone's trying to fucking call me, but whatever. Like, I'm busy with the kids, man. Because my ex at the time, he was at work, so I'm just home alone with the kids. So like, my phone is the last fucking concern for me, alright? That said, my brother like pulled me into the other room because he came knocking on the door. I totally skipped that part. Yeah, someone's knocking on the door. It's like 9 o'clock at night too, so I'm really confused. And he, I let him in. Obviously, it's my brother. What the fuck are you doing here? It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm trying to get the kids to bed. Hence me not looking at my phone. He's like, "Can we talk?" And I'm like, "Sure." Who died? He's like, "Yeah, about that." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking Christ, what?" So he pulls me into the room, and I'm like, "I mean, we can just talk here. You just tell me." He's like, "Well, I don't want them to hear." I'm like, "Well, she is an infant." And he's 4 and doesn't care that you're even here. But he didn't even notice until we came back to the living room. Yay, preschoolers / toddlers, whatever your understanding of that word may or may not be. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so he told me my dad died. And like I said, this was 2 days before Halloween. It was the same day. Because my dad went to sleep normally on the 28th. I want to say that was a Wednesday. I don't know why I feel like Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday was the 29th. I don't think that's accurate. I feel like it is. Pretty sure it's not. Let's check real quick. Yeah, it's totally not related to the story whatsoever, but now it's bothering me. So here we are. That was 2016. No, I'm way off. So he went to bed Friday night. Saturday, my brother is in my apartment telling me my dad died. I'm like, oh shit, oh, okay. What? How? But yeah, because they noticed the same morning or the morning of the next day. My grandma said, like, she didn't even know he was dead. They thought it was weird because when they went to knock on the door, my dad didn't answer, but Alice was barking, his dog. So, and he never went anywhere without her because she was a service dog. So, like, why is Alice here? My dad's not answering. It's like, I think it was actually like noon or 1 at that point. But yeah, obviously my dad was not on hospice or anything, so the cops had to come. My dad was 45. So he was fairly young, and it just happened in his sleep. He died of an enlarged heart. I want to say it's a megacardia. Nope, I fucked it up already. Hooray. Something like that. Whatever. It's an enlarged heart. And that's what he died from. We are not sure if it's related to his HAE. I don't know if that can affect the heart. I also don't know how much research is done on that because it's not very researched. I know that he was supposed to be on a medication that he could not afford at all. Because I don't remember the medication, but I know I can look it up this way. Most expensive medication. Oh, yeah. It's one of these. At least it used to be, as far as I know. Let's see. I think this is it. Because I knew it started with a C. Yep. Synrise. C1 esterase inhibitor human. Is $45,000. $45,000. None of us can afford that. Are you fucking shitting me? Even if we put all of our extra funds together and only paid off the essentials, we would not afford it still. Like, that's not happening. $45,000 for a medication. Well, let's see. Dosing and administration. 1,000 units intravenous. Administered every 3 to 4 days. Every 3 to 4 days. At $45,000. Like, no, you're not getting a PA for that. Which, obviously, they fucking wouldn't. Why the fuck would they? They're like, nah. Nah, you can take that fucking steroid. A steroid that's not doing anything really to treat it. You can take the steroid. At like 2 cents a pop. Much better than $45,000 a pop. Fuck you. Yeah, okay. Actually, because I know that some people are like me, and if you hear something and it's not verified whether it can or cannot happen, you're probably gonna like question it. Like, well, what is the result? So let's look up. Can HAE affect the heart? Why did you say heat? I know, like, throat swelling. My brother one time decided to tell me about his testicles being swollen, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Why do I want to hear this? And he's like, well, it hurts. I'm like, okay, I get that. He's like, yeah, I want you to know that my testicles hurt. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, shut the fuck up. That's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of level of openness my brother has for some reason. I don't understand it. Then again, the same motherfucker. He was just trying to be an edgy teenager when this happened. But he's like, do you know how many ways there are to masturbate? Like, do you know all the different positions of masturbation? I'm just sitting there on the phone because that's what happened. I was sitting on the couch with my phone in use. So I'm on the phone, and my brother comes into the living room, sees I'm on the phone, and starts going off about masturbation positions. He's like, like the double reach around. I'm like, what are you talking about? So yeah, I'm just like sitting on the phone while my brother is talking about masturbation positions. And it's, oh my god. He's totally my dad's kid though. Because my dad, my ex is a avid gun lover, right? My dad, he tagged me, my ex, and like his friend in this thing. It was a Picatinny mounted ball sack. Yeah. And I'm just like, why, Dad? He's like, cause you want to show people your big balls. I'm like, what the fuck? This is my family. Hello. Whatever. Like, I almost lost my phone. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, we all have our weird familial things. Anyway, the whole reason I started talking about my dad, now that I fucking remembered for some reason, I took a clonidine yesterday. It's still helping. Nice, huh? But, so, Halloween. Yeah, I'm still talking about Halloween. I don't smoke weed, by the way. Fun fact about me, I haven't smoked weed in almost 10 years. Regularly, anyway. I've smoked a couple times since then, like maybe 5. Maybe 5. That's how often I've smoked weed in the last 10 years. But yeah. Oh fuck, maybe it's almost 11. Oh shit, I realized how old I am. Yay. I'm almost 30. Fuck. I don't feel it for the most part. Like, I have the mental maturity of a 13-year-old, not a 30-year-old. That's an old ass movie. Anyway. No, so, like I was saying though, I might... Oh yeah, talking about transitioning with my son was weird because Halloween. What happened on Halloween? Like I said, I went into a little backstory about my dad. But yeah, so when Halloween finally came around, like I said, 2 days after my dad died, Halloween happened, and it was his favorite holiday too, which kind of like sour bit, little bittersweet, little sour, a bunch of different little flavors mixed in there, including spicy, thanks to my son. That sounded disgusting. Anyway, no, he started talking about, he's like, there's a ghost, and he starts running. We're like, what are you talking about, buddy? It's nothing. And he's like, oh, never mind. That's just Grandpa Troy. And I'm like, what? Like, both my ex and I, like, turn around. We're like, the fucking what? Excuse me? Do not tell me my dead dad is following me. What? But then he ended up having like, ooh, oh, that was a safe. That, okay. You may not remember, but earlier, I said that my charger was caught by my table, and it was rude. But I put the block part on my. Okay, so I have the like Apple 30-watt charger, like USB-C charger block thing. I have the extension cord for it. It came with the Mac charger. Well, okay, I bought the cord separately because I didn't know the charger came with the cord. So I have two. And one of which is plugged into my phone charger. So I have that block part on my bed, and my phone fell off, and I'm like, fuck, no. But it got caught because I have the MagSafe charger, and it's kind of durable. So I did not drop my phone. Prices the fuck averted. Damn. Anyway. So many tangents. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Yeah, my son also, like, he ended up developing, like, this weird obsession with death. Not sure why. Like, why it became, like, an obsession for him. Like, he asked a lot of questions. I think he was just trying to understand it better, honestly. Like I said, he was 4. Wait, yeah, he was 4 in 2016. But then, like, 2017 summer comes along. I am, doing the whole D&D thing. Durarara thing. Totally irrelevant to the story, by the way, but I ended up telling all my, like, group members, like, I'm gonna be gone for a while. I went out to eat because my aunt was in town. She lives in New Jersey. And we went to Grandma's in Duluth. And because, like, okay, she was like, well, let's go eat somewhere. We're all like, Subway. She's like, no, not Subway. I want something better. So we're like, okay, well, we'll meet you at Grandma's. So we, my grandmother, my mother, the kids, and I were all at Grandma's. Oh, I think my ex was there too. Because my grandma and I went to go pick up my mom from work, who then had to go to the house to change, and then we all went there. That was the first time I was ever at my mom's house. So, like, now I can get there no matter where the fuck I am. Like, it took that one time of going there for me to remember where it was, because I drove there. So, like, because my grandmother doesn't really like driving to Duluth, so I had to drive her fucking Durango. Big ass Durango. And now I have a Bonneville. Like, it's almost the opposite. It's not like a coupe. But yeah, anyway. We're all eating out. My aunt decided to ditch. Because... So... well, it was my aunt, her boyfriend, my ex, and the kids. They decided to stay at the restaurant, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go get my mom real quick. So my grandma and I went to get my mom real quick because there wasn't gonna be room for my mom. Because my grandmother, myself, my ex, and my 2 kids, that's 5 people in a 5-seater vehicle. That's already enough people. Like, there's no room for my mom at that point. And my aunt couldn't go because she didn't know where to go. She hasn't been in Duluth in like over a decade at that point, almost 2. Babe. But yeah, so, we get back to the restaurant. My aunt's not there. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, she and her boyfriend, gone. I'm like, we literally just said we'd be back. You knew the situation. So we're at this expensive ass fucking restaurant. If you don't know what Grandma's is, if you've ever heard of Grandma's Marathon, They sponsor that, obviously, hence the name. But they are not cheap. If anyone's wondering, I did get the marathon spaghetti. I don't regret it. It was like $5 for an extra fucking meatball, which was kind of ridiculous. But my grandma said, get whatever you want. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the whole meal, including that extra meatball. I didn't think it was worth it, though, honestly. It was good spaghetti. The $5 for like the extra meatball is kind of fucking a ripoff, honestly. Like, yeah, those are pretty big ass fucking meatballs, but still. Really good, though. They're delicious meatballs. So is the wild rice soup. If you're ever there and you don't know what to get the wild rice soup. That shit's bomb. They used to sell it in the grocery stores, and I haven't seen it in a long ass fucking time now that I think about it. None of this is relevant to the story, and I keep forgetting what the story is. Yay. Yeah, so what happened was, before I left to go get my mom, my brother's like, yeah, I'm in the hospital, so I can't meet up with you guys right now. I don't know when I'll be let out either. And my aunt's like, and we're just, we told her, like, yeah, we don't know when Nathan will join us. He's in the hospital right now. Oh, I totally doxed my brother. He's an asshole. I don't give a fuck. That's a very common name anyway. But yeah, so we're like, we don't know when he's gonna be out of the hospital. He's in the emergency room right now. But we're all totally nonchalant about it too. We're just like, yeah, he's in the hospital. He'll be here eventually, hopefully. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, shouldn't you go see him? We're like, why? He's responding to text messages. He's answering our calls. He's fucking alive. He's not injured. What is your point, woman? Sure enough, she thought we were all just being fucking heartless. It's like, no. This was a common occurrence. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, earlier too, my son was telling her about how Grandpa Troy's dead. I'm like, okay. Cool, I doxed my dad too. He's dead. He is deader than dead. It's been 5 years about. So yeah, he's dead. Have fun with that. Anyway, I'm at the point that even if you find my dad, I don't give a shit. I mean, what are you gonna do? Text him? Have fun. I said in my last episode, I'm not gonna hold a seance just to ask if he actually had Tourette's or if he was bluffing about it. So like, I'm not gonna hold a seance for just anything. Sorry. Besides, do you really think he'd be okay with me being non-binary? Fuck no, I don't think he would. But I don't much care for my dad or my brother anymore. I don't give a shit. Anyway, no, my brother going in and out of the hospital was a normal occurrence. If he wasn't getting a trach, we all just assumed he'd be fine. And he even thought it was ridiculous, like, wait, she really overreacted like that? I'm like, yeah. She thought we were all just being cold and heartless because you're in the hospital. He's like, I have my phone. What? But yeah, so she left Duluth and went up to the Iron Range, where my other aunt lived. Ironically, she asked my aunt to go out for dinner because we ruined the mood for her. So she wanted to go to dinner with her other sister instead of my mom. And of course, my other aunt, the youngest aunt, by the way, who lived up on the Iron Range, she knows the situation too with my brother. So she's just like, okay, whatever. And so when Aunt 1, for simplicity's sake, she's just going to be second aunt or second kid. She's my first aunt. But yeah, so my second aunt asked my youngest aunt, like, well, where can we go eat? Youngest aunt, Subway. Second one's like, what is all your obsession with fucking Subway? It's like, shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. I had a very, very, very poor impression of my aunt back then. I mean, she has mellowed out, from what I can tell. Youngest aunt doesn't talk to anybody anymore, really. She talks to my ex, because her and my ex share very similar political views. She is a nurse, by the way. She does dialysis. But she is still a nurse. She is anti-mask, anti-vax, and I will say it 1,000 times. If you work in the healthcare field, like the healthcare specter? What? What the fuck word was I trying to say? Sector. Spectrum. Sector. They came up with specter. Sorry. But yeah, if you work in the healthcare sector under any fucking thing, any circumstance, and you refuse to vaccinate yourself or wear a fucking mask, find a new profession. You should not be working there. Holy shit. You know, I say that I've said it before, but that is a draft I've since deleted because I couldn't make heads or tails of what I was trying to say. Just like this one. I'm still posting this. You're not welcome. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry. Just kidding. I'm not sorry. I don't know why I would be sorry. This whole thing was basically talking about homosexuality. And we're ending up at Subway. To be fair, I did, when my ex was like, homosexuality and transsexuality are so fucking rare, it almost never happens. I'm like, you're shitting me. Like, it's not as rare as you think because people are more open and honest about it these days. So it seems like there's more homosexuals in the world and there's more transgender people in the world. For some reason, I like stopped because I thought transgender was the wrong term. No, transgender is the right term. Anyway, it's not that there's more. We did not increase. We are just more accepted and therefore more open. That's all. Still been here. We've all still been here. But with the decreased yet still possible risk of death, we're just being more open now. He tried to say, like, people don't get killed for being gay anymore. I'm like, fuck you. Who are you fucking telling that to? For real? Like, I still hear about this. Where the fuck are you when these stories come out? Are you shitting me? But no, he tried to say, like, you know, it never happens. People don't die from it. And people are... Oh, yeah, people are fucking, like, fake gay, fake bi, fake trans, fake anything. And it's like, what? No. The amount of fakers is extensively smaller. But anyway, and no, I don't have anything to back that up because it's so unheard of that we do not have numbers for it. Just try looking up how many people are fake gay. Good luck with that. But no, like, you know, I told him, I'm like, there was 3 trans people working at my Subway at the same time. Like, there were 3 of us. Yeah. There were 3. And it's like, oh my god. And he tried to say, like, there are men who put on a wig and say that they're a woman, but they're not actually going to cut their dick off. And it's like, that shit's expensive. That is completely cosmetic to cut your fucking dick off. And even then, you're not cutting off your dick. Has anyone else seen, like, video of it? I saw a video of, like, it was like a digitized, like, rendering of how they do it. But then, like, I saw videos because of my curiosity. I've seen actual surgical videos. They are very, 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 very fucking gruesome. Like, obviously, there's a lot of blood with surgery. But, yeah. Either way, if I had to rate, this might sound sexist or transphobic, but hear me out. If I had to rate a male to female operation or a female to male operation, male to female operation is just not as terrifying to me. Because you're shoving things in, not yanking them out. You know? Like, yeah. It's scary. Although, shout out to a clitoris for being a fantastic sport. Like, damn. Like, I will give female to males that. Being born with a clitoris, like, they are quite the feat. You know? Like, even just a penis, like, okay. It's nothing special. Even if you have your penis basically turned inside out. Cool. Still nothing special. But a clitoris. Like, the fact that you can make that little thing become a penis is... it is fascinating. It is terrifying to look at post-op. Or even during op. But, like, once that shit heals, it's not bad. It is not a bad dick, okay? I'm gonna, like, Brendan Urie on y'all. It's not a bad dick. Alright? The fact that it can become a dick, like, pfft, there are cis men who wish they had a dick like that. God damn. What is this episode? Oh my god, I've been ranting for like 2 hours almost. Fuck. Okay. I should have stopped somewhere. At least for an ad read, I should have stopped somewhere. But it's like, nah, we're not about that this time. I did an extra ad read in my last episode, so today you got this to deal with. This is a lot. This is a hell of a lot. All right. I think I'm gonna just totally end the episode now because this has been going on for long enough. I appreciate you so fucking much for staying along for the ride. Holy shit, I appreciate you, my dude. Okay. I will roll the outro. I called it an intro last time. It's an outro. Outro. Roll the outro.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this episode. I try to give updates in my Discord server, so please feel free to check that out. As stated in a previous episode, I have server stickers of my lettuce leaves, and I am incredibly proud of how they turned out. Hint. The fact that I'm so happy and so glad with how they came out is why you're going to hear it in every outro until I make a new outro. I hope you're having a fantastic morning, day, evening, night, whatever time of day you're listening to this. Have a great one and stay safe.